Hello, I'm Peter, and this is my 2012 KLR650. Now, a less common problem than the doohickey with these things is the airbox. Sometimes the heat from the exhaust will melt the airbox. Now, I don't know what causes this, but I do know the solution. So the heat shield Kawasaki decided to put on their KLR only shields a little portion of the airbox. Now, this piece and this piece of the airbox are still just as close to the exhaust, which makes you wonder, why didn't they extend the heat shield from factory? It makes absolutely no sense. And what happens is if it melts over here, it's not quite as big a deal, because if dirt does get in your airbox here, it just goes through the air filter. But if it melts back here, this is behind the air filter, so it can just go straight through your carbon into your motor and mess some things up if it gets any sand or dust or anything. So, the solution to this is a piece of stainless steel. We chose stainless because it doesn't rust, and it's stainless. Now, we're going to start to fabricate this piece here, and it's going to be a little bit more in depth than just kind of slapping a flat piece of stainless on here, because as you can see, there is a slight bend in there. It's about a 1/2 inch bend. So we're going to bend this piece of steel, and then we're going to measure the holes, and I guess that's going to be it, but we're going to have to measure it to where it's going to be longer. And we might even bend this down to curve around here to protect the back of the airbox a little bit too. Now, it is a new day, and today we're going to be diving into taking this airbox out so we can test fit our new one with the cardboard template. Now, to get this airbox out, they decided to make it a real pain. So you got to take the whole rear subframe off. So the seat's got to come off, the tank's got to come off because the bolts for the subframe are in here. And since we're taking the subframe off, I decided to get the Eagle Manufacturing subframe drill through kit, because another thing that happens is that when you're going down a rough trail and you hit a really big bump, sometimes the bolts in the subframe can just shear off and your subframe just goes all floppy and stuff goes wrong. So I got the Eagle Manufacturing drill through kit. I'll link it in the description, and we're going to go ahead and put that on. That thing got messed up. Look at that. Here, let me take this plate off real quick. It is melted all the way down the airbox. Really? Alright. We're going to test fit the new airbox with our mock-up cardboard plate, and we're just going to see if it fits. Now we got the subframe on. This exhaust shield is going to come right here, but I'm not sure that this piece right here is going to clear. Looks like we're going to have to cut it back about, I don't know, we could probably do with a 1/4 inch, but I think we'll do I think 1/4 inch ought to do it. Now we're going to take this subframe back off. We're going to take the airbox back out. And we're going to take that template off and cut that little bit off of the rear side to clear the exhaust. And then we're going to go cut it and bend it out of the piece of stainless that we got. Now that we got our design traced on our piece of steel, I got the grinder here, I got my safety glasses, and I got my steel toe slides. So, I think we're ready to cut it out. Now, I've got the bends marked out, and I think I'm going to clamp it in the vise over here and just bend it. So now that we got our right size drill bit, our holes marked, now what we need to do is center punch these holes so that our drill bit doesn't wander. Damn. I found a better washer. What this is going to do is keep the plate off of the airbox so when the plate heats up, it doesn't melt the airbox. There we go. Mounted up pretty good. There's an air gap all the way through. It's time to test fit this baby. Got the exhaust mocked up here. And as you can see, it clears, and it's definitely going to keep the heat off that airbox. Shouldn't have any more problems here in the future. So now that we've got our heat shield fabricated and our subframe sort of mounted back up, we're going to install the Eagle Mike subframe drill through kit. And after we do that, we've got to get rid of this charcoal canister and emission stuff. She fits all right. Now that we've got this subframe and mainframe drilled through, we're going to put everything back together, and then somehow we're going to have to figure out how to get rid of these California fuel tank vent crap off of here. To do that, I found a forum on KLR's, and there's a whole PDF of instructions on how to get this off of here. So once we get the subframe bolted up, we're gonna look at that, and then we'll start taking that stuff off as well. After all the parts were reinstalled, I took her out for a shakedown ride, and I'm pleased to say it all went well. The plate reflected the heat as well. The KLR ran good after doing the California emissions delete. Overall, I'm fairly happy with all the modifications I've done. Now, it has been a couple months since the last clip you just saw, and the KLR is still doing just fine. Still got an unmelted airbox. That heat shield is doing wonders. The subframe, strong as ever. A little bendy, but that's normal. And then the KLR is running fine without all the California emissions crap on it. Might even be running a little bit better. But overall, I'm happy with my mods. And if you would like some quality clothing with a good backing, might visit Christ-Centered Clothing. Wonderful array of shirts, hoodies, and other long sleeves and stuff like that. So I encourage you to go check them out.